This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Wilson on first down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Hyde. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 39, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
They'll take over.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
A gain of 11.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That goes for a gain of 31. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the early lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Winston. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Saints.
Toss play, Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
New Orleans.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First down, Winston. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Pass complete to
Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
22, Mike 22. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Go 14. 22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Let's go, D.
From the 44, Wilson steps away to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Now it's Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Penny, a 1st down carry. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. All the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, 31 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now at 1st down, they run with Camaras. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
At the 28-yard line.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
24 yards.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6.
He's brought
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down and 4, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
4 yards to go.
Winston now. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Jameis now on first down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Seahawks 7-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's third.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
7-yard line.
Now Winston. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On 1st and 10, Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick.
Well, CD, we are 3 weeks into the NFL season, so curious to get maybe your biggest surprise so far. Would it be the Bears at 3-0?
Yeah, I think that's a great candidate for that big surprise team. I think you're right about that, partner, because, look, Green Bay, are we overly shocked? Seattle, overly shocked? No and no. Buffalo, I thought they'd be the AFC East front runners anyway. Pittsburgh, they get
Carlos Hyde, see you later. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Carlos Hyde, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Saints 17.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 29, Winston. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, Winston. Thomas has got it. Complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here.
1st down.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jameis to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he rifles one incomplete.
Winston's pass.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Well, Charles, a little bit ago we talked about the 3-0 teams. How about we flip the script to look at the 0-3 teams? There are 6 of them: the Jets, Texans, Broncos, the Giants, the Vikings, and the Falcons. And then 2 others, by the way, Bengals and Eagles, winless at 0-2-1 after their tie. But I'm curious.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Carlos Hyde, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They go play action. Winston. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Winston. And that's caught by Smith. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
3rd quarter of play with the score Seahawks 28, Saints 17.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Winston gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Winston now from the 50. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Carlos Hyde, see you later. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Carlos Hyde, 63 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
It's caught by Sanders. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Winston. Forced out to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case,
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 3rd down.
3rd and long for Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 73 yards, and the Saints get a bit closer. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Seahawks 35, Saints 24.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
They'll try to wind down some clock with Hyde. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 35. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
P.J. Williams on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's a gain of...
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
1st down, a run with Hyde. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Jenkins on the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run for it with Hyde, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, Saints 24.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. 1st down, Winston. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, Saints 31. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wilson wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. Just to get it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
42.
We thought we might have a good close game, and we did. Really came down to that final onside kick. They recovered it, but they would have had to return it. They were unable to do that, and that wrote an ending.
That is frustrating, isn't it? To execute an onside kick and get the ball, yet there's no payoff for them. Right now, they're probably in their locker room trying to comfort themselves with, the clock just ran out on us. We were right there.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
But now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
A throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Gronkowski unable to hang on. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Following the interception, Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Just an unbelievable start. Less than a minute in, they're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
Wow, you're quick.
At least I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
30-yard line.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And he's got Miller. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, 70 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Ryan Succop on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Is good.
Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick.
7.
Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. The first quarter onside kick recovered. We like these, they keep us on our toes up here in the booth.
No doubt about that. You know that file that we tend to keep that says traditional, conventional? Those get torn up in a big way on that one, didn't they?
Absolutely. But, hey, it works. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The tackle made by...
It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Well, man, open down the middle of the field. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
11 on the play.
11 yards there, first down.
Buccaneers.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Brady gives this one off to Jones.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Again, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. This is taken at the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Tampa Bay.
Scotty Miller with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Winston now to throw on first down. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. Finding Harris over the middle. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
15. Saints 14.
Jameis now on first down. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. It's good, and it's now 21-15.
The score is Saints 21, Buccaneers 15. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
As we do every week, we like to look ahead to what's coming up week 4 in the NFL. And no shortage of good matchups again. I'm going to start, too, Charles, with one that is not really an intriguing matchup because they're two good teams, two 0-3 teams, Denver and the Jets. Vic Fangio and Adam Gase, those coaches, they both need a win in a big way.
You got that right, and both of them have really struggled in the early going. Denver lost their quarterback, Drew Lock. He's supposed to be gone for about a month or so, and they're playing with Jeff Driscoll right now. And it's really, really tough for the Jets. Hard to find anything that's been positive early.
And then a couple of other ones on the other end of the spectrum. Pittsburgh at Tennessee, both 3-0, and a late afternoon game on Sunday. New England at Kansas City. That should be a good one.
That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
It's fourth down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do go for it. It's Brady. He's got Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights. And then into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one goes for 24 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Again, this is Kamara. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. The quick slant caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Saints 48, Buccaneers 15.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. First hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the Saints.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A first down throw for Winston. Down the on the right sideline. It's Harris. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first and 10, Winston. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Will be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
From the gun, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Ball carrier.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Kamara.
9-yard line.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Levante David. A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. That throw by Brady, incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and it's 2nd down.
But Charles, on a different topic, a neat story from Week 3 and that game between Washington and Cleveland. It was a history-making game in one respect. It was the first time in league history that you had women working on both coaching staffs, Jennifer King of Washington, Callie Brownson of Cleveland, as well as another woman, Sarah Thomas.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 36. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. P.J. Williams with a pick. 20, 10.